Hoi there, small fry, and welcome to Itch.io Tasty, the series where we put a certain word into the itch.io search bar and see what kind of weird, wacky, interesting games we find. Now, as the #1 kiss boy in video games, kissing is obviously very important to me. I love to do kissing on the faces and perhaps anywhere else, depending on what it is you want. If you're offering. Remember, always ask permission, no matter how famous you are. Now let's move on and see what happens when we put the word kissing in itch.io search bar. First up, fittingly, is First Kiss. Now this is a 2-player game, but I played it on my own because I am lonely and I cry into my porridge at night. This is a game in which 2 players preferably, but you can play it on your own, each control one of 2 teens at a sleepover, finding true love, which apparently consists of vomiting multicoloured pixels into each other's mouths. You press and hold a button, and a meter fills, and the idea is to release the button when it's in the green portion of the meter. It's pretty hard to time, it's a very small window, and then you just projectile vomit love into the other person's mouth. And whoever can do that the most times wins. And then the game just boots you back out to the desktop. It's alright. Playing on your own, it's an interesting kind of, can I press a button at the same time as pressing another button and then let go at the same time sort of challenge. But otherwise, there's not a lot to it. You know, it's a cute little idea. It's funny to look at for a few seconds, but it's not exactly something you're ever going to really want to rush back to. So yeah, it's okay. So I give this one Rainbow Vomit out of 10. As for Kissin' Wizard, fuck knows what's going on with this. From the surface, you look at it and you think it's some sort of crude Legend of Zelda knockoff with MS Paint style graphics. You control the wizard with WASD, you control the direction of what I'm assuming are magical projectile kisses with the directional buttons, and that's about it. One monster showed up in my entirety of playing the game. Mostly what happens is I move through a few screens and then get an error message, and that's the end of the game for me. It puts you through into this big green space with nothing going on, and you seem to be stuck there in perpetuity. I don't know if you've got to wait there for a certain amount of time. I don't know if this is some big meta gag. I mean, I will say straight up, I don't get this. If there's a joke going on here, I don't get it. I really don't. As far as I can tell, it's just... I mean, it was just a waste of a few minutes for me. It's free, of course, you know, no one has to play it, but I don't recommend anyone does, unless there is some brilliant joke that I've just completely missed, but I don't think I have. So I'm going to have to give this one a bad kiss out of 10, like a kiss from an angry horse. Kissing Foes isn't a particularly good game per se, but it's charming, it's cute. You walk around in what appears to be an RPG Maker town with what I'm assuming are fairly standard RPG Maker assets, and you wander around kissing things. You walk up to monsters and then press the kiss button, and then they turn back into people, and you get an inspirational quote about love, be it from A.A. Milne's or Neil Gaiman's Sandman. Whatever, they're just nice, inspirational quotes about love and all that stuff. Not a lot to it, not a lot to recommend. If you watch someone playing it, it's more or less the same as playing it yourself, but it's inoffensive, and again, free, and I can't complain too much. So this one's going to get Love Meter 70%. That's the score I'm giving it. Kiss Quest is pretty much in the same boat as Kissing Foes. There's not a lot to it, but it's completely inoffensive. You are a little character, and you've got to kiss all the other little characters, all the little cuties that spawn. You just walk up to them, the kissing's automatic, and it's just a case of kissing as many as you can until the time runs out. I could see this, maybe if they'd have added some Shower with Your Dad Simulator style challenges to it. It could have been an interesting conceit, but as it stands, it's kind of like a video game stress ball, I suppose. You know, there's nothing to it really, interaction's limited, but you don't really have to think while you do it. You just wander about, laying down your hot kiss action until the game tells you to stop. Did I like it? No. Did I hate it? No. Completely ambivalent about the whole thing. Kiss Quest. This gets an upper lip out of mouth. Kissing Time is going to be my pick of the week, or my kiss of the week. No, that's just stupid. My pick of the week. This is an interesting game, and considering today is coming out day when we post this, it's quite fitting as well, because it's all about your gender identities and sexual orientations, and you are given, at random, a gender. It seems to be just the two famous genders, and a sexuality, whether you're straight or gay or bisexual. And you simply press a button to kiss the faces that pop up. You get boy faces, you get girl faces, and you get cat faces. Don't kiss the cat faces, because that's a sin in the eyes of God. Like pretty much all the games featured on this week's episode, the interaction is incredibly simple. It's one button press. You just press the kiss button to kiss. But this one actually has some stakes to it, a little bit of risk and reward, because you are trying to kiss as many people as you can, but you gotta kiss the right ones. So, if you are, heterosexual male, kiss the girl faces. Kiss the boy face, then you lose that particular game. If you are a gay woman, then kiss all the girl faces. Bisexuals get free reign except the cats. So there's always don't kiss the cat on the mouth. Not with tongues anyway. You'll get the taste of cat food on your breath. And mouse guts. This one gets a out of 10. Matt Jones' Kissing Simulator freaked me out because I know who Matt Jones is. I don't know Matt particularly well, but I have known Matt for many, many years. This isn't so much a game as it is just a photo that you click on and that's it. It sounds like Matt was maybe drunk when the audio was recorded. Maybe? I'm not sure. But it has given me a great idea for a game that I might commission, Jim Sterling Kissing Simulator. The basic idea for this game would be, say, a photograph of Jim Sterling and you kiss it. A lot. While you're leaking. This one gets Matt out of Jones. Which brings us to Unicorn Makeout Mania, which, had it been a bit more robust, had it had a bit more going for it, if there was, say, more control to it, and it wasn't so easy to just back another horse into the corner and kiss it senseless, this could easily have been pick of the week. Clearly inspired somewhat by Dive Kick, to the point where Dive Kick's even name-checked in the game itself. This takes the form of a one-on-one fighting game, where you are one of any 4 unicorns. Well, I say 4 unicorns, it's 2 unicorns with different accoutrements to kind of make them look a bit different. And you gotta kiss the other one. It's you on one side, other unicorn on the other side, can be played 2-player, can be played against the CPU. As the player, you get 3 controls. There is an I-beam that stuns, but so far I haven't been able to find what button that is. Even looking in the control document doesn't give player 1 that option. It just seems to be maybe for player 2. But anyway, you can swing your tongue about, you can do a little peck kiss forward, or you can block. And basically what you do, if you're playing against a CPU at least, is you just gotta block and swing the tongue just enough to get them pushed up against their side of the screen, at which case it's until their health goes down. And that's kind of why it's not pick of the week this week, because despite the premise, and despite just the enjoyable stupidity of it, it is very repetitive, and that kind of kills the goof of it. But otherwise, I mean, again, it's not that good a game, but it's not upsetting that it exists, it's just there. And it's horses, and it is a good springboard. I would love to see this game further developed and turned into something, something as engaging as Dive Kick was. I personally thought Dive Kick was a lot of fun, and I feel like this could be as well if they just changed some things about it. It's not that it's simplistic, Dive Kick's very simplistic, but it had that the sense of timing and the whole psychological aspect going for it, where Unicorn Makeout Mania doesn't have that. If it did, then that would have been my pick. But as it stands, this one's going to get the horn. And that'll do it for this week. Now, none of the games I looked at this week were particularly great, but unlike other entries in this series, there were no games that I had a terrible time with outside of Kissing Wizard, which was, I mean, just the sound of that game alone was obnoxious. But everything else, even though they weren't all particularly good, they were still just, I guess, calm? Just calm, chill, nondescript, non-worrying, just fine. And I think that works for this episode, because it's all fine. Just doing lovely kisses, just smooching on your cute, lovely friends, all in good fun, everybody happy with it, and that's what we want to talk about today. That's really what the Jim Sterling channel, the Jim Sterling brand, if you will, has always been about. That's why I'm the #1 Kissboy, is because I believe in good kiss times for everyone. And that's regardless of your race, your gender, your sexual identity, whatever. You all deserve fun kiss times. Is that not what we all strive for in life? Is that not what we're all here for? Is that not what America stands for? Especially in such tumultuous times, people of the world, am I not making sense when I say kisses for all? And that's the platform I intend to run on. That's what I want to make America do again. Kiss. 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 Yes. Yes! Until next time, get itchy and stay tasty, my friends. Mwah.